Hey modders, my name's Reggie. I'm co-founder of Supermods.com. I go by the pen name of RadReg. You'll see me out there on the forums. Basically, I'm here to tell you how DMods and myself basically crack the code on how we modify Xbox 360 wireless controllers. So whenever you have some good food, there's usually a really good sauce associated with it. So we're going to basically tell you the two secret ingredients that we use to create our ultimate pwn sauce in an Xbox 360 reprogrammable rapid-fire controller. So the first ingredient that we actually use in this concoction of ours, if you will, is basically a microcontroller chip. So we use a microcontroller chip manufactured by Microchip, and what it has on it is what we call the PIC-AX operating system. The PIC-AX operating system basically allows us to do very simple coding to manipulate the electrical signals on the controller. So what does that mean for you? When you're basically in a house and you want to turn on a light, you go ahead and flip a switch. Right? If you were to do that very quickly though, you could actually turn the light on and off very quickly. Pretty simple demonstration. Well, what the microcontroller chip does is it actually pushes or draws current out of the system to simulate those trigger pulls that you do when you're actually playing a video game. So we can actually, if we time this correctly, can pull and pulse the current in and out of the circuit very quickly and basically simulate somebody pulling the trigger as fast or even faster than a human possibly can. Basically, we trick the controller into thinking that you are some superhuman individual that has a really good trigger finger, and it allows you to play the game with better ease. So to get the electrical signals from this microcontroller into the actual circuit board on the controller, we use what we call an interface controller circuit. It's a very small little board. We talk about this actually in your tutorial, so you'll be able to see this for yourself. But basically, it's a little smaller than the size of a quarter, and size does matter in this case because there's not a whole lot of room inside this controller, so space is limited. So we've been able to compact basically all the circuitry and all the resistors into a very small area, which will allow you to install it on the board much easier. So the first part of the sauce is basically, again, the microcontroller and the interface circuit board that's used to basically interface with the controller circuit board to basically manipulate the signals and turn them on and off very quickly so that we can simulate our rapid-fire trigger pull. Now the next secret ingredient in the pwn sauce is the software. We actually have snippets of all the software in our tutorial, so you'll be able to see this when you get there, that are basically the code that is used to manipulate those electrical signals. Modifying a few things like the timing for specific games that you're playing, as well as whether or not you want just the right trigger to be rapid fire or both the left and right triggers to be rapid fire. We can actually change all this in the software. Now many of you may ask, well, how do I reprogram my controller? We're actually not reprogramming anything physically on the controller. The only thing we're going to reprogram is actually the software that is contained on this microcontroller chip. So the way we do that is we actually install what we call a reprogramming port on the bottom of the controller that interfaces to this circuit board. Then using a simple USB reprogramming cable, we can actually plug it into the bottom of the controller. We can install our batteries and turn the controller on for the actual reprogramming operation. We can go right into our software, which I'll show you some screenshots of here in just a second, hit the programming button, and voila! Our chip is now programmed with the new settings for whatever game we're playing, and we have full rapid-fire functionality on our controller. Basically, it's a very, very simple method to actually manipulate the trigger signals to make the controller think that you're pulling the trigger superhuman fast, if you will. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first part of the tutorial. Go to the next part where we actually tell you all the tools that you're going to need to complete this mod on your own. And again, this is RadReg signing out. See you guys in the next video.